Hi, it's Laura here, and right now I just want to share my personal opinion about the case that we've been discussing, that is the Mattel versus Tam. For me, this case is a very interesting case by the fact that the trademark registration has been using the Lanham Act, and it turns out the Lanham Act is not in line with the Constitution based on the First Amendment and the freedom of speech, because it turns out the disparagement clause in the Lanham Act could limit people for their individual right of freedom of speech. And in this case, I am totally agree that things like band names should be considered as a private speech, not a government speech. That is because if the government get to intervene with the making of a band name, it wouldn't be fair. That is because the government can decide which one is favorable for them, and if it is favorable for them, then they would agree with it. But if it is not favorable for them, then they will just discard it, and that is very unfair for people, and it would create a very huge limitation for people to be creative, because you're supposed to be so with the trademark making, and also it would create people to their own individual right for freedom of speech. And the other thing that was confusing for me is that the slang is considered to be offensive to Asian people or people with Asian descent. But the fact is, all of the members in the slang, they're all Asians, and for me it's, what is wrong with that? I mean, the reason why they create such name is not about it's not about making people, making fun of people. They want to empower people, and I don't see a problem with it. So I would have to agree to change the rule after this case has been decided, and I would agree for the rule to not be that strict. And previously the government got to decide whether a trademark is eligible or not, and I'm talking about this kind of trademark, which is quite funny for me. And although I do think there will be a problem, I believe people would have to come up with a huge variety of trademarks. Maybe it's funny, maybe it's challenging. I mean, people could use improper words like profanity or curse words, or maybe they want to make fun of the existing trademark, and if that happen, it won't be fine. So I think in trademark registration, we should take a look into the philosophy behind it, and that way we should know and decide whether the trademark is ethical or not. So it wouldn't limit the individuals to get creative and prevail their individual right, but also it wouldn't hurt people for offensive matter. So I think that's all for me, and thank you for watching.